What's up everyone, it's Rinku and welcome back to another weekly of patch notes. I guess that's what I'm calling it now, weekly of patch notes. So thank you guys for stopping by, and this is the first time I can actually say I'm excited for a spring event in an MMO. I don't think I could ever say that about any other MMO. Like, who's really excited for spring? And like, really? Like, nah. But seriously, in this game, it just pretty much means pink everywhere, which is actually pretty hype, I would say. And I was so upset last year when I didn't really get the pink trees, the cherry blossom trees. I was very upset that every time I walked into a house, everyone had it. So this year we can get even more, and I will be getting my first ones because I was too lazy to do anything last year. Last year was a little different. This year it's a little easier. Pretty much we just log in. But yeah, so we'll go over the events, and look through the stuff. The patch notes aren't too heavy, so we'll just get through it quite quickly. There's the event page, which we'll be going over in a second. Two of these are the events on the event page, but things that are not on the event page are the Cherry Blossom World theme, which you can see behind me in the game right now. It's just the theme of in-game, which changes with all the themes and seasons and stuff, so that's awesome. Cherry Blossom Screenshot Event. This is the other thing. I don't think they even it says click here for more information. I think this is a different page. Nope. Oh yeah, it is. Cherry Blossom Screenshot Event. So the Screenshot Event has its own page. That's why I did not see it in the event page. Interesting. So class changes. Ranger, there's not much. It's just, I'm assuming there were like clipping issues with outfits, so they just changed 2 outfits. I'm not really sure what they were before or after, so I don't really play Ranger, sorry. So item changes. There are 2 things here. Limited time seasonal items have arrived. These are just the yukata sets and other stuff. We'll be going over that in a second. Also, equipment tailoring coupon can now be listed on the marketplace. So if you guys didn't know what this is, basically it's a coupon that makes in-game armor sets like that are meant for fashion to turn into a pearl armor set, which basically means it goes over your original armor instead of replacing it. And this kind of goes back to last week where we were talking about the fashion sets for Dark Knight that were released in game. Basically, you can craft these sets, armor sets, in game with materials, and they go over your armor slot, but it's for fashion. It's like usually an all-in-one outfit. It's pretty much an outfit. And then you can use an equipment tailoring coupon on that outfit to make it go over your normal armor, just like a normal pearl item would. So you still have to pay pearls no matter what to cover your armor. But this way, now you can buy the coupon off the marketplace. So it's a way to it's a way to make the armor in game without having to spend any money at all, and finally end up with the result of being able to wear it over your armor. So that's pretty cool for those who are interested, but you still have to be able to snipe one off the marketplace, and you can't pre-order pearl items, so good luck, I guess. I don't really know. But yeah, onto the marketplace. The Pearl Shop update. There is yukata sets. It's the same ones from last year. That's actually the one I have in game to your left, and that's the one I bought last year. Now, I'm sure you can imagine. I'm sure you can see. There is no Dark Knight one. I don't know why. If they wanted me to spend money this week, they probably should have just included the Dark Knight yukata. But have they not made one for her yet, or what's the deal? Because they're just recycling the stuff from last year. So I'm not really sure if these stuff was from last year, but there is some interesting stuff. We'll be looking at this in game to see if any of them have a wow factor. But there's a cat figurine. There's Blossom wallpaper, lamps. I mean, it's pretty cool stuff. We'll have to look at that in game. And now for the end part. So there are a few things of interest down here. The auto align feature has been added for individual quick slot setting. So basically, if you're setting your skills, and I believe you have to have the advanced skill slot setting, which is where you have basically double the amounts of slots for skills, and they're also individually movable anywhere. Now when you're editing this, or moving them around, you have the option to auto-align them to a grid, which should make this a lot easier, especially if you're constantly redoing it. Sometimes it doesn't always save if your game crashes after you just edited it, or whatever happens. There's been several times where mine didn't save even when I exited the game properly and logged back in. So there's definitely been times where I just couldn't put my UI back to where it was, and I'm sure you guys can tell from some of my videos back then. But hopefully with the auto aligning, they'll just snap in place now. I'll have to check this out later, maybe in game at the end. So that is awesome. Another few things is I guess there were some crystals that were bugged and you couldn't sell them to NPCs. I don't know why you'd want to sell an awakened spirit crystal. Like, come on, why would you want to sell it to an NPC? Basically, they just added the ability to waste your money by selling it to an NPC. I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's like not fix the problem. Maybe it was intended so you don't. I mean, maybe some of those are cheap, but they all look like they're very expensive crystals. They're definitely all the black magic crystals. Why would you want to sell that to an NPC? That actually, I don't agree with that change. How is that a resolved issue? But whatever. All right. So wild horses in the mount area of Belenos territory and Trent Forest and Calfian territory will no longer get stuck in the terrain. That's funny. I've been hunting horses for a year now, and I've seen plenty of horses get stuck. I wonder what they actually did to change this. Like, I'm sure they're still gonna get stuck. Like, come on. And the last thing is, well, I don't know why I said they changed something in the marketplace, and the change sounds like it's how it's always been. So unless there was a loophole or not an exploit, but just like, unless it was different than how I know, I'm pretty sure you had to buy the lowest price item no matter what. If someone wants to like post in the comments exactly what the marketplace change was before and after, let me know, because I'm not really sure what they changed. And they fixed some durability issue. So yeah, so that is that for the patch notes. Let's get into the events. So finally, it is time to go over the events. And besides the screenshot event and the theme in-game, there's two really main events that everyone will probably be taking a part in. And it's just free stuff, cool stuff. It pretty much just requires you to log in and maybe click a couple of buttons, and that's about it. So, Cherry Blossom Decoration Box event. Basically, every single day, as long as you're logged in, every hour, for 5 hours a day, you can get rewards. So basically, every hour you get a challenge reward, as they would call it, and depending on how many of these you collect, depends on what you can get, and you can get a maximum of 5 per day every hour, at like 1 hour intervals. So you log in, an hour later you get one, an hour later you get another one, until you have 5, and then after, I'm assuming, the daily reset, you'd be able to get more. So this is where I'm kind of interested. Sorry for the obvious cut. I know the time has changed in game on your left, but I did just want to mention that if you collect these items 5 a day for at least 15 days of the event, which there is not 30 days, so it's impossible to get 2 of them, but if you're logged in for at least 15 days, or just collect a total of 75 of these things, you can get a free Ogre Ring, Tungrad Earring, Basilisk Belt, or Ring of Crescent Guardian. It's all random, depending on what your random box rolls on, but you can get one of them at the end of the event, and it's pretty hype. You can also, most likely you'll be able to save up and buy one of the other cheap ones, but I'm pretty sure you cannot buy 2. Originally I said you could, but I'm pretty sure you cannot, so that's why I'm cutting to this. But yeah, on to the Cherry Blossom Seed events. So let's go over this. This is the hype thing that I was talking about earlier, the trees. This is how you get a pink tree for your home, and it lasts permanently. You can keep this forever. Except for, I think some of the furnitures and stuff, if you use all the buffs, they disappear, but just don't use the buffs, you know? I don't know if the Cherry Blossom tree gives a buff, but I think like the Christmas tree or something like that was an event gives a buff, and I feel like if you use it, it would disappear. I don't know. But players can purchase a Cherry Blossom seed for cultivating in a Cherry Blossom pot for decoration in their house. You can purchase 1 seed per day, 1 per family name account, for 1 loyalty. So basically, every single day you can get another pink tree as long as you're willing to grow it. I'm not sure how long they take to grow, but I'm pretty sure they'll grow within a day. So basically, all you have to do is cultivate it in a garden. Do they give us an event garden? I don't think they give us an event garden. I think you have to get your own garden. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't see anything on this. If I am not seeing it and it is there, I will mention it later. But yeah, so basically, just get your own garden. You can purchase it with contribution if they don't give you one, and basically all you have to do is go in your shop every day and purchase the seed with 1 loyalty and harvest it. It's that simple. And like I said, these plants last forever. It decorates your house. They give 20 interior points each, which is just something on the side, I guess. They're not, like, interior points are literally useless right now, other than being number 1 on the leaderboards when you right click a house, or like push R on a house, I guess. Anyways, so that is it for the events. Screenshot event, contest rules, blah blah blah. You have Submit date is March 22nd to March 28th. If you're interested in the screenshot event, you should really just look at this page. You know, you're gonna have to submit it anyways with all that information. So I'm not gonna go too into it right now, but I mean, you guys get the point. So I will meet you guys in game to look at some of the stuff. Alright everyone, so we are finally in game to wrap things up, and you can see on the promotion there's actually tons of the yukata sets, but dyed. It actually looks really nice seeing all the dyed outfits, especially with my dyed outfit on the right. Like, it's really cool seeing all the colors, even though when you buy them they're always the pink and red version. So as far as new stuff, I don't know why there's nothing in hot and new. I thought it was just because there was nothing new, but my girlfriend kindly corrected me, and it's probably just broken. Like, why is there nothing in here? The value packs are definitely not new. I guess they're hot, but like, why? I don't know. I don't know why there's nothing in there. But for the costumes, yukata, wait. Okay, it's just because it's only showing my costume and the outfits. But yeah, so if you go in here, you look at all the costumes, you can see all the costumes. And this is the same stuff from last year. You can see I already had mine on, of course. But you can still buy them. I still don't know why there's not Dark Knight. Maybe next week we'll get it, but I highly, highly doubt it. But the other stuff is the interior. And I don't know if this is new or not. But she also thinks it's brand new. I don't know if it's new because I never looked at the shop last year. I have no idea, but it probably is new. Again, I was just thrown off because it wasn't in the hot and new section. So, like, why? They're, like, losing money by not putting the stuff in that section. Seriously, like, they should just hotfix it for their sake. Like, they're already trying to sell us all this stuff. But yeah, let's just look at it. This is all of it, everything, every of it. I don't know what I was saying. But this is pretty much most of it all together for, like, 15 bucks. And it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. There is some other stuff. I said in the beginning that this was a wallpaper, but no, this is like the Japanese door thing, which is really cool. I'm pretty sure you just, like, it stands and you put it somewhere. Like, it's not a wallpaper, so that's cool. And I bet a lot of people are gonna get these dangos, whatever you want to call them. Probably just for the reference, because I think that'd be tons of lols. I don't know. Anyways, I just thought it was funny. But also the lanterns, the lamps, they're really cool. The chandelier. This out of everything would be the coolest because the light source could make it look amazing. Like, in game it could look amazing, but I don't know. Just off this, it just looks like it's glowing. But even that is really cool. So all this stuff is limited. I think it's only for a week. It says limited until 4/12. So you have until 4/12. I guess you have a couple weeks. But that's everything. Also, I guess the last thing would be the loyalties. The only thing you can get in the loyalties is the one loyalty blossom seed. So just get this once a day, you know, one loyalty, and grow your trees. The other events you get from your, I guess, your player select screen every hour or whatever, so it's not in here. You just get it every hour in your other player shit. So with that, I think we're out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there's anything you guys want to see in the future, let me know. I just want to throw this out there. I'm definitely not going to be here next week. I didn't really say very much in the other videos, but I'm not going to be here next week. The video for next week may or may not come out that week, but it will come out eventually before the next patch notes. So if I have to, I'll do like a patch notes video a few days before the second patch notes video. But next week, it'll probably be delayed. Like, I just won't be here to do it. I don't know what's going to happen for that. As well as, I am pretty sure Dark Knight Awakening is coming next week. I'm not going to just announce that that's coming and just have it a final thing. There's no official release on Dark Knight at all yet. But the level up event for Dark Knight ends the 29th, which is next week. And by using common sense, what are they going to want all the level 55 Dark Knights to do when the event ends? Most likely level up to 56 and get their Awakening the same day. So I'm assuming it's going to come out next week, and I'm assuming I'm going to be gone for it. I have no idea how I'm going to manage with any of it, but when I come back, I'll be live streaming daily with Dark Knight Awakening. I'll be redoing the patch notes video if I still missed it, and I'll be getting ready to do the next one. And there'll be a lot more stuff coming, so just let me know what you guys want to see. I'll be looking at all my comments, and I'll be checking my Discord while I'm gone. I just may not have computer access very often, or the ability to record and upload. So it will come, just maybe late, so I promise. And also, one last thing, I am planning on buying a Korean account and looking at Korean patch notes in the future. I'm planning on doing that when I come back from my trip, and that's what I've been planning on doing. That's why I didn't get right into it, but the Korean patch notes are translated a day after the normal patch notes, so I think I'll make it a separate video, and there'll be like I don't know, I'll have to make 2 videos 2 days a week. I don't know if I can manage that, but I'll try. So we'll have to see how I'm going to do that. The Korean videos may be super delayed, but at least they'll come weekly. I mean, I don't think too many people are too excited because they don't play on the Korean patch notes, but all the Korean patch notes will eventually be stuff we get in our game, so that's why we need to cover it, kinda. So with that, I am out. So I kind of forgot that we also got these, so let's just see. Why not? Just throw this in the video. Did I get something good? Nope. I got the least expensive item, but the one item that I can actually use. So I guess I'll take it.